Welcome back to the afternoon tea. I am Lisette Therese Declarador.
I am Delariarte Catalunya.
And our next guest is a teacher, beloved by his students, talented, sworn in as the president of Iloilo Pre-Magalao Art Institution Incorporated. Let's all welcome Mr. John Romie Delariarte.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Mr. John. Kamusta na adlaw mo? And also, by the way, sir, how do you want to be addressed?
Well, you can just call me then Sir D, or Sir. Yeah, I'm good.
So, Sir D, is this your first time here sa the afternoon tea?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
Okay, so sir, why St. Paul? Ano ganyar St. Paul na na-amaze ka gid?
Well, maybe because even before, I started my education in St. Paul. Basically, from elementary to high school, I have been in St. Paul. I was enrolled in St. Paul. So, the moment I was in, I was really looking into the world. When I started looking at the world, I was in St. Paul. So basically, all my dreams started in St. Paul or started with St. Paul, and then that's why then I would consider St. Paul as the cradle of my dreams. You know what I mean? Cradle of my dreams meaning all my dreams began actually in St. Paul. So until I grew up, everything then became very meaningful because my talents, my knowledge, my skills, everything started with St. Paul. So it has been a beautiful foundation for me, where I started everything, where I started all my dreams. And it was also because of St. Paul when it all came true.
Grabe. Okay. So, sir, as you mentioned, the Paulinian student kasang una. What do you think makes a Paulinian unique from other different students and from different schools, Gidya?
Well, I think with the Paulinians, that would make it different from others. We have that certain discipline that is different from other schools, and then we of course focus on Christian formation. We focus on the values. So we try to instill in the hearts and in the minds of every Paulinian that would go, inside our school, of these particular values, values that are, that we emulate then from our patron saint, Saint Paul. So I think, although there are also other schools, there are also so many Catholic schools that they would also teach values, but I think there's really a certain unique discipline that we provide, the education also that we provide towards the Paulinians who would come inside the university or inside a school.
Sir, do you miss being a Paulinian student?
Well, not necessarily, because even if I'm a teacher now, I am still with Paulinian students. I'm very much surrounded by Paulinian students now, so that's why I don't get to miss it. Although I would always look back with so much fondness. I would always look back with so much love, and I believe that's it. No, so I don't get to miss it because anyway I'm surrounded by a lot of Paulinians now.
So like, diba, the look back ka, what experience nga pwede mo ma-share sa amon nga though you really love being a Paulinian student back then and everything like that?
Well, I think I believe that the passion that I have for theater now, as of the moment, started in St. Paul's School, Barota Nuevo. So that I believe is the most significant event, or the most significant occasion that I would always remember, and that when I look back, I would always smile and very grateful for everything that has provided for me. So all the stage performances that I had before has contributed so much to what I am today and who I am today as a person, as a stage director, and then as a person who is really so involved in creating stage plays here in Iloilo City and even in Manila also.
Wow, foundation of dreams. Can man siya.
Yes.
Sir, if you being a Paulinian have any connections and why you are a teacher now in SPOY?
Again, sorry.
Is you being a Paulinian have any connections and why you are a teacher now in St. Paul?
Connection with? Again, sorry, I cannot hear you.
Connections and why you are a teacher now in St. Paul?
Connection with what?
Like
Is
you being as like a Paulinian have any connections and why you're a teacher now in St. Paul?
Okay. Yes, of course, definitely. My first job was actually in St. Paul. Actually, after 17 years of teaching before, I what you call that? I resigned to focus more on Iloilo Primagalaw Art Institute, where I created shows, where I produced stage plays, and I went back 5 years ago only. It was because of that certain connection. No, my being Paulinian as a student made it easier for me to become a teacher. Okay, so I was, as a student, I was able to embrace that beautiful culture of St. Paul, and when I became a teacher in St. Paul, things were just so easy then, and things are just so meaningful because now I get to realize my dreams, not only as a student but also as a person who has been with St. Paul for so many years.
Grabe mo sapat mo, sir. Very big. Okay, wow. So, as we all know, ang rules and regulations are a super fundamental thing sa ating school community, you know. So, when you were students sa St. Paul, and I bet that naka-agree ka man ako, disagree ka man sa ano or something. Pero ga-agree ka man sa mga rules and regulations sa school?
Definitely. Because the objectives, the rules and regulations are set for the students to follow, because the school would always want to shape the minds and the hearts of every Paulinian. So actually the rules are there not to lead away, not to make the student how do I say that, to make the student bad or something. The rules and the regulations are there to make the person better or to make the student better. So I mean, it would always be for something that is good, something just, and really something beautiful.
Wow, sir. Ang dami yung mga sabat. So, you have experiences as a Paulinian na hindi mo rin malipatan, sir?
So many memories, so many beautiful memories. Like, of course, I gained so many friends there when I was like a kid, until, I mean, that friendship grew even high school, and even as of this point, I am still very much connected with my high school friends. I'm still very much connected with my elementary friends, and memories also, as what I've mentioned earlier, memories also that has given me so much opportunities to what I am today and to who I am today is brought about by those memories way back in St. Paul before.
Okay, so gin-show mo gitsamon na you're a Paulinian by heart, gidyalin sa
Yes.
And sir, do you think nag-improve ang mga students, teachers, community, and everything else sa St. Paul as time goes by?
Definitely. Like, if I count the years, I have stayed in St. Paul like for 22 years already. So in those 22 years that I have been with St. Paul, that I have been dealing with a lot of students, I think there's really a great difference now. So it is just like evolution, you know what I mean? It has improved and improved and improved. Although the behaviors of the students are somehow different, and I could not really compare which is better, because each batch has its own uniqueness. They have their own like goodness and a certain badness, you know what I mean. So but all in all, it has really, transforming into something very positive. It's really improving and improving as the years would go on.
As I have heard, you stayed for 22 years in St. Paul.
22 years, yes.
Okay, what inspired you to stay, sir?
What inspired me to stay? It would be the students. It would be the people I work with. And then a large percentage of that would also be the sisters. There were like sisters who have inspired me a lot. Their work ethics, their behavior, their goodness, the opportunities that they have given me. Because as what I've mentioned earlier, whoever I am now and whatever I am now is really brought about by St. Paul. So it is really good also to give back the things that I have learned, and to be able to give back to the present students, or to the students who are enrolled now. It's really one way or the other, as a form of my being grateful to and thankful to all and to everything that happened to me. So that's why I'm still here. I am still very much willing to stay and to be of service to the Paulinians. So in general now, I would always consider the students and then my friends who have been with me for so long a time. So they are the reasons why I am still with St. Paul, and I opt to stay in St. Paul.
Loyal. Sana all loyal, sir. Grabe.
Super loyal.
Grabe, gid yan. Okay. So, last question. Make sure ginamon nga very impactful.
Yeah.
Okay. So, alright. Are you proud being a Paulinian?
Of course, very proud. Very, very proud. You may ask then the reason why am I proud? Because of the graduates, because of the students who have graduated and are very successful now. I am not just proud of myself, but really proud of those who really tried their best, to graduate. And when the two of you will be graduating, or will be graduates of St. Paul like this year, I will also be very proud of you, in as much as I am proud of myself.
Sir Charlotte, hindi pa tagal yung last question. So, baliw. Last lagi na ni Sir, like final last. Like, share na yun.
Final last, okay.
Do you have any role models or mentors that are Paulinians? Do you have a sir?
Yeah, of course. I think the sisters. The sisters are actually very loyal, right? They are very, but I'm not saying not all sisters, ha. I'm not saying. I mean, there are really also, yeah, there are so many sisters, but there are really some sisters who really have provided a great impact in my life, and they have inspired me to be the best that I could ever be, and they also have given me a lot of reasons to stay. Okay, so in as much as they love St. Paul, I also have loved St. Paul. So that's why I'm still here, and I'm here to stay.
Very impactful. Grabe. Very nice.
Okay, and that's a wrap. Thank you for joining us, and it was wonderful talking with you, sir. We'll see you again next time in our next afternoon tea. Wait, may clap pa. Thank you and good afternoon.